I love this intro.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Too Savage for Democrats podcast. This is episode number 120.
Big 120.
Big 120.
Cheers.
We have a great show coming today. You have more details about that Democrat.
I do. I did some investigation.
Killed a journalist. We're gonna get into that because if a Republican had done this.
Bro, it's not just he killed a journalist. He stabbed this motherfucker multiple times. Like,
what a goof.
you know what the kind of mental fortitude it takes to do
To
that?
stab. Well, we'll get into that. I want to talk about, are we ready for a war with China? I saw an interesting article at The Hill.
I do too. I actually got something on that.
Yeah. Christians are going to be a minority in the U.S. by 2070. I want to talk about if that's a
Oh,
good.
2050.
Well, white people are going to be minority in 2050. We'll get into that as well. We will get into that
White
as well.
Christian men.
But, so Tony pulls up to the podcast today. You brought these energy drinks,
Yeah,
right?
so the camera can see it. This
Yeah.
is, it is called Dragon Ball Z Spirit Bomb Energy Drink.
This, never had it before. And Dylan has the
I have the Power Boost. It's
Power
like
Boost.
Vegeta
Yep.
on the front of it. But these are pretty cool. Like, so I've been actually I've been rewatching Dragon Ball Z recently.
About damn time.
Well, I watched it already all the way through. Like, I've seen all of it. I've read all of it. Obviously, I gave you all the.
I got the books.
Yeah, I gave you all the books. But dude, I was like, fuck, like I kind of want to watch it again. And then you pull this over, and I'm like, that is sick.
I know, right?
That is fucking.
You were
sick.
like, bro, should we even crack them? Like, why not just like hold on to them?
Well, that's what I did with the drinks up there.
Well,
You know what
yeah, but I mean, you
can
can
hold on to the cans
for as long as
Yeah.
you want. Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
cheers, man.
yeah, cheers, dude. Honestly, big chug.
Big chug. Here we go. Oh, I like took
The
like
audio
3
you could
gulps.
probably hear go.
Oh, I took like more gulps than you, dude.
Feel mine. That was full.
Feel mine. I got
A
a little,
little less.
I got a
Little.
less.
I'd say probably about 2 to 3 ounces less.
Maybe.
Dude, this is delicious.
Maybe.
Yeah,
This
they're
is
actually pretty
I'm
good.
gonna order some online.
Bro, I think it tastes better than Red Bull, and I am yacked right now, dude.
Dude, I have a lot of
I'm
energy
like,
right now. Dude, yeah, no, I have ample energy. But it's interesting because I was thinking.
So, but you
before
asked me a question.
Well, and let me where I was going with that because it's really interesting because you look at the world today, everything's yin and yang, right? Like evil,
Positive,
I feel like
negative,
in a world,
Yeah.
you have to have good and evil
It's a balance.
for the world to function.
Yeah, you have
If
to have
you-
chaos
yeah.
and order.
You have to have chaos and order. It's one of the most important things. So I was thinking about the character Vegeta when I was looking at this, and I'm like, would you consider Vegeta to be like a good guy?
Okay, so I told
See,
you
I think
I
he's more
have
the anti-hero,
3
but-
types, 3 top heroes. 3 top hero.
In
I'm
Dragon
sorry,
Ball, yeah.
3 top characters. They're not all heroes, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, to be very specific, a hero is you got to define what a hero is. All right. Vegeta is not a hero. Okay, but he is a good guy. He was a villain that fought Goku and was pushed so hard by his Saiyan blood to beat Goku that it ended up making him Goku's rival.
Well, and if you remember in at the end of the fight,
I know all of
Krillin had the opportunity to kill him,
And he didn't.
And Goku was like,
Yeah. He
"Let
said
him-"
no.
He said no.
Spare him.
Spare him.
Exactly.
And guess what ended up happening?
And they became the 2 strongest fighters in the entire
And
universe.
friends.
Yeah.
And friends.
I mean, if you're taking in Super into consideration, which you should, and if you haven't seen Super, I'm sorry, spoiler alert, but Vegeta and Goku are the 2 top tier fighters among everyone.
Well,
I mean,
everyone knows that already. That was
well,
the whole.
the fact is that they constantly push each other to break their limits, and I go so far as to read the manga. Obviously, you know this. I read the manga. I'm all the way caught up.
Yeah.
At the very end of the new Super movie, the one that you saw with the orange Piccolo and all that, right? There is a clip where Vegeta gets a final punch on Goku, and they both collapse. And Vegeta goes, "Yes, I finally won. I finally beat Kakarot." And Goku admits it and says, "Yeah, I guess you won this one."
Yeah.
And that's a huge monumental point. You want to know why? Because Vegeta's sole purpose behind his character, all throughout the Frieza arc, the Cell arc, or I'm sorry, the Frieza arc is where it started.
Well, Goku was always one step ahead.
Goku's always been one step ahead of Vegeta. But here's the thing: Vegeta, Goku's been one step ahead of Vegeta in a certain area.
Yeah.
Vegeta has better control better instincts, more latent abilities than Goku. Technically,
Well, because he was
But
like
Goku,
saying royalty.
Well, yes,
His dad was King Vegeta.
Yeah, he's Prince Vegeta. Absolutely. That's why he's got such a passion for Kaba from Universe 6, and Kaba's like, you remind me a lot of our king. And Vegeta's like, I'd love to meet him someday, you know, like that. It was saying Bond right there between that. But anyways, to tell you, Vegeta is not a villain. He has Bulma and Trunks. What made Vegeta not a villain was his self-sacrifice when he fought Majin Buu. That's when he actually redeemed himself and went full good. He had always been on the fence, border hopper, always pushed by the motivation to beat Kakarot. But after what happened with Buu, he's been a good guy since.
Yeah. So, who are your top 3 characters?
Top 3 characters. Obviously, Vegeta's in 1.
Vegeta's your number 1?
He's not number 1. He's number 3.
Okay.
Okay. The second favorite character of mine in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Now, this is taking into consideration personality, combat abilities, all this, right? And we determined Dragon Ball GT is not a part of this. It's only the canon universe and what has been confirmed, right?
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I make that distinguish, because in the manga where Super's at right now, this character is canon. But we never knew about him until GT.
I can say Beerus.
No.
Oh.
Oob.
Oh, I love Oob.
Oob.
I love
He
Oob.
is canon.
Yeah.
He is canon.
He is.
The reason why Oob is my number 2, the reason why is because he is Boo reincarnate as a good guy and Goku's disciple. The first and only disciple Goku actually takes under his wing and trains in GT. Oob, yeah. But Dende in Super, tells Goku, hey, you should look into this guy.
Yeah.
And Goku's like, I may just do so.
And it's Oob.
And it's Oob. And he has God Ki. Remember that. He has God Ki.
No, okay. So, third. So you go Vegeta, Oob, who's your first?
Goku. And I'll tell you why.
God, dude,
I'll tell you why.
You
No.
can't-
I'll tell you why.
can't do that.
The reason why
You
Goku.
can't do that?
The reason why Goku is my number 1 is because he is the epitome of what a hero stands for.
Pure of heart.
Yeah, but
Like,
look at it like
selfless.
this, right?
Yeah.
In Tournament of Power, everyone looked at Goku as the villain because it was like, well, if it wasn't for this fucking Saiyan, we wouldn't be having this tournament and we wouldn't be getting erased.
Yeah.
Fact of the matter is, Zeno was going to erase him without even a chance.
Yeah.
So Goku actually saved them and gave them one last fighting chance to redeem themselves.
Yeah.
Obviously, spoiler, all the universe gets erased. Universe 7 wins, wishes all the universes back, which, if you remember at the very beginning of Super, Whis is explaining the universes and how there's 12 universes, right?
Yeah.
But at one point, there was actually 18. And Zeno accidentally erased 6 of them.
Yeah.
In the manga, it's a little different.
It is.
It is a little different in the manga.
Well, I've noticed that there's a lot of difference.
The
Like,
fact of the
the
matter
filler
is
is fucking
18,
insane.
but they don't go into detail as far as why those other 6 were erased. Fan theories are they had some of the worst villains and shit like that. Blah, 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 blah. The Great Priest did it. Blah, 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 whatever. But
Yeah.
if you really want to get down to what Android 17 wished for, all the universes that were erased to be brought back, meaning there was 12. Now, 1 and 12, 5 and 8 were exempt from the tournament from being erased, so they didn't have to participate. So those 4 remained with Universe 7, so only 5 universes remained, right?
Yeah.
Android 17 wished for all the universes that were erased to be brought back. He wasn't specific. So a total of 18 universes exist, so 13 universes got brought back. That means 6 new universes, 6 new types, probably 6 new arcs.
I'm trying to think of my... Obviously, Piccolo's number 1.
You like
I'm a huge
Piccolo is in my top 10.
He's my favorite character in all of Dragon Ball Z. He always has been. I've always loved Piccolo.
Now, the reason for Goku being my number 1 is not because he always wins and everything like that. It's because he is the epitome of what a hero stands for. So he's got to be number 1.
Yeah, I just don't put him there just because, like, I don't know. Goku to me, like, I like things that, I don't know, like, fucking Piccolo, my second favorite. Dude, I don't even know, man. I've been sitting here trying to think about it. I have so many. Vegeta's definitely in the top 3 for sure.
Yeah.
I love Vegeta. And then probably Gohan. I'm not gonna
Which
bullshit.
Gohan?
Fucking...
Teen Cell Gohan?
No, like Boo Saga Gohan.
Ultimate
Yeah,
Gohan?
Ultimate Gohan. Yeah.
Ultimate,
Yeah,
okay,
Ultimate
cool.
Gohan. Because like the fucking Gohan at the beginning of the show, I wanted to kill him. I probably would
Say
have
a
killed
man
him.
Gohan is a fucking
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He's
then-
a clown.
Yeah.
Exactly how Vegeta called him.
Yeah.
A clown.
Yeah. Anyway, do you want
Yeah,
to
let's dive in.
Let's get to
go.
another topic.
Yeah,
'cause
so
that was boring
the
as
fucking
fuck for you.
Democrat murdering fucking.
Okay, yeah. So what happened with this? So Tony last week brings up on the podcast that a Democrat murdered a journalist, and I'm sitting there, and then he goes. I go, what happened? And he goes, oh, I haven't looked into it, but yeah, I heard
Yeah,
about
but
that.
you know me,
And
I always follow up.
Then you looked into it,
You know?
So I'm really curious to hear what happened. So,
So-
what went on with this whole?
So it's fucking crazy, and I've got the article. It's only a few pages here, but I'm just gonna dive in and just read it, just so everybody's getting it straight
that.
up from it. Beautiful. I'm gonna put mine up there too. So disgraced Las Vegas politician Robert Tells was seen smiling in court on Tuesday as prosecutors officially charged him with lying in wait outside Jeff German's home before he stabbed the investigative journalist at least 7 times. That's the first fucking paragraph right there. Let's dissect that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first thing we have to understand, and we have to be very clear about understanding this, because this is
Robert Tells is a Democrat.
well, not only that, but this is a problem with how our country is. Mainstream media, I had to burp, chug that. Mainstream media has not been covering this whatsoever. They've completely left it out, right? They're not talking about it. They want to bury this
I had
shit.
to dig for it.
Now, let me
Yeah,
say this.
I don't usually have to dig
If
for
a
my shit.
fucking Republican had done this same thing,
It would be all
it
over
would
the
be
fucking news.
blasted all over the news.
Horribly.
They would have said it's because of Trump. They would have said that Republicans are violent, that they're killing journalists because they can't handle the idea of being held accountable by the media. I mean, it would have been like massive, all over the place. But the fact that a Democrat did it, they fucking shove it under
Which
the rug.
shows you that the Democrats have control over
Oh.
the liberal media.
Well, the Democrats right now have control over everything.
Of course they
They
do.
have control over the culture. They have control over the politics
That's
right
going
now.
to change.
Because,
That's going to change. I've got congressmen
but
and senators saying we're going to take it back. We're taking
but-
Congress and Senate back.
Yeah, but that's not. I'm not talking. Even if they have control, even if Republicans have control over Congress, Democrats still have control. And here's why: because they control the culture. And what happens when they control the
food
culture
stamps.
is Republicans are then afraid. We have so many pussies
Yep.
in our party, in the
Snowflakes.
Republican Party, that are afraid to actually stand up against the Democrats
And say, fuck you.
Yeah, because they don't want to be canceled. They don't want to go on thing. I don't care about being canceled.
I don't either.
You can cancel me all you want because
Cancel me,
the
please.
only way you can get canceled is if you actually accept that you're canceled. Like if you cancel somebody and then I continue to fucking
Do whatever the
make
fuck you want.
content or do whatever I want, you'd have not canceled me.
No, you haven't canceled shit.
You've tried to convince a certain percentage of the
You've-
population not to like me.
Yep. That's
But the only
exactly
way
it.
you actually get canceled is if
Biased
you say,
opinion.
"Okay, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to go hide in the corner and cry."
No, don't
after
ever
I make a
back
fucking
down.
apology
We're
video.
warriors, bro. We don't ever back
Yeah, you
down,
can't
all right?
back down.
Anytime there's somebody in your face giving you opposition, you keep swinging, all right?
Yeah.
You don't rest.
No.
You keep swinging until
Yeah.
there's nobody in your face, and then once nobody's in your way anymore, then
Yeah.
you can rest.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is like there are certain obviously things where you should get canceled. Like if you're a fucking like Harvey Weinstein should be canceled, right? Things like that where he has completely abused people, right? That's a completely different situation.
Well, I mean,
a
there's
lot of politicians should be canceled because they've been like fuck, like this guy who stabbed the lady. But for the Republican Party is so afraid, and Trump. This is why people love Trump, because they were
He had
waiting for a
balls.
politician
He
to
had
come
balls.
out and speak out against the establishment.
Yes.
If you look at like Mitch McConnell, if you look at Mitt Romney, if you like any of the Democrat, Jeb Bush, whatever kind of establishment, we live in a one-party state. I've told you this. We live in a one-party state. Literally a one-party state. There is no difference. Like I saw the funniest meme. I still have it on my phone, and I literally saw it today, which is so funny because we were just talking about Dragon Ball Z. It was Goten and Trunks doing the fusion, right? Goten was Republican, Trunks was a Democrat.
Oh, yeah?
And it was like they were doing the fusion, and then underneath it showed Gotanks, and it was like it was Republicans, Democrats fusing, and then it was like excessive government spending, excessive government control, fucking, because they get together and do the same shit. They run for office and say, I'm going to build the wall. I support this. I'm going to fucking, and
But it's a 300-page bill.
But and there's pork,
and there's only like
there's
4
pork
pages
shoved
about
into
the
it.
fucking
There's
wall.
pork shoved into it, which is why we need single issue bills. I think that would save our country more than term limits.
Yes.
I think single issue bills would save our country more than term limits. But Republicans and Democrats, it's a one-party state.
Well, it's a greed factor that will never be. Do you want to know how you beat greed? Do you know how to beat greed?
How do you beat greed?
Oh, I'm asking you. How would you beat greed?
No, I'm asking you.
Me personally. Well, I was the one who asked the question, but me personally.
I thought you were saying it as
burn it all to the ground and kill them all before they multiply and restart.
Well, that needs to happen. That needs to happen.
That's
but
what World War III is, which is what we're going towards.
I would love to burn everything to the ground. I would love to burn everything to the ground. But
bro,
here's
it's
the thing.
prophesized.
Not myself. Obviously, this is a satire show, and everything I say is intended to be taken seriously. But I think that burning everything to the ground, like completely eradicating our, but it's going to happen anyway.
That's what I've been saying.
It's going to happen anyway. What's that quote that I heard? I don't know who said it, but it was a dying government creates laws like a sick man takes drugs.
Absolutely.
I just heard that
Absolutely.
Andrew Tate said that on the podcast with Patrick and David, which I did watch. It was fucking phenomenal. I want to get into some of his controversial shit that he said.
Yes.
But a dying government creates laws like a sick man takes medication.
That's so accurate.
But think about it. Think about it.
Well, that
every issue they try to conquer it with more government power, because what ends up happening is the decadence of late stage democracy. It happened in ancient Rome. We get distracted by dumb shit. The media is more entertainment. We're focused on stupid shit. We're sitting here talking about the Queen still. You saw that thing. You brought up in the car about how
fucking
Prince
Biden.
Charles's family wasn't invited.
Yeah,
to
like 100 of his family
Yeah.
members are in like fucking disgust over this shit.
They weren't invited to the funeral, but Joe Biden was, right?
Yeah.
Now, to us, that doesn't fucking matter.
No.
Because we talked about it, and we're like, okay, well, cool, we talked about it. It's not
Yeah.
going on the podcast.
It's not a
because
need-
it's not, yeah.
it's-
But
It's still
fucking
it's relevant.
CNN's covering it, and everyone's in their seats like
Oh my god!
like
How
just
could they do that? That's so
fucking
messed up.
Mouth wide open.
I mean,
watching that shit.
It's bullshit
and
news.
they don't even fucking live there.
No, it's
They're
bullshit
watching
news.
It. Yeah.
It really is.
It's bullshit news. It's that. It's sports. Dude,
I'm so sick of the fucking sports. Oh my god,
how
man.
many people... Now, don't get me wrong. I like to sit back and watch sports, but I deserve...
Yeah, but I'm not going to make every fucking aspect of my life revolve around trades and
Oh, I don't do that shit.
fantasy.
Anybody who plays fantasy
and
football,
doing fucking
dude,
leagues and
I'm
putting
sorry,
money
but-
in and sport betting and all. Like,
No.
fuck you guys.
No, people
man.
who play fantasy football, number one, you're living vicariously through people who don't give a fuck who you are.
That don't even know you
They don't
exist.
give a fuck who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if they knew you existed,
They still wouldn't give a
they'd go
fuck.
like this to you. You'd be like, hey, you're on my fantasy team. I love you so much. Come say hi to me. And they go like this.
Yeah.
Right?
As opposed to me, when I see one, I'm like, sup, dude?
Yeah, it's a
they're
normal
like,
guy.
"You wanna grab a beer?"
Fucking Tom Brady could walk in here right now, and I would be like, respect what you do on the field, sit down, let's have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. I'll treat him like
I
a
would
human.
talk to him
We
the
put
same
these
way
people-
I
yeah.
talk to you.
But I deserve to watch sports and sit down and actually take
it's
a
an
Sunday.
entertainment
But the
value.
reason I deserve to do that is because I know what's going on in the world, because I've taken the time to understand that everything's fucking falling apart. I know what's going on. I
you have
know
to
what the sports are.
Compartmentalize.
Yeah, you can't make sports and entertainment your world.
No.
But that's part of the decadence of late stage democracy.
my
So what's
God.
happening, and this is how I know America's collapsing, what's happening is everything's falling to the ground. The government's gaining more and more power. The people
Too
are
much.
asleep to that fact because they're too distracted with fucking entertainment and shit like that. So, and the government, the more powerful a government becomes, it'll collapse in on itself.
Yeah. Well, see, the problem we have with all this, dude, is that we've gotten too fucking comfortable and in our society, and we are not connected with the earth anymore. I mean, we
No.
are literally like living in a virtual world as opposed to the real world.
Well, with that, but that's, dude, that's what the government wants.
Of course,
They
sheeple.
need mindless sheep.
Yes.
Do you want to hear the most interesting
That's
thing?
why I want to do our We need 5 Patreons.
We do.
We're doing our
We're doing the
weekend.
survival
You know
trip.
what? Fuck it. We're gonna do it
Let's do it
regardless
anyway.
of the Patreons.
Let's do it anyway.
Yeah.
Let's do it anyway.
And we're
And
still
we'll-
gonna record every bit
we'll
of it,
bring
and we're
this-
still
we'll
gonna
bring
have the
this camera
chicken,
out.
and we're gonna snap its fucking neck.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking
Swing it around
the
like a
goddamn
fucking
air.
helicopter.
And guess what? We're gonna fucking do a podcast out in the goddamn wilderness.
Over a crackling fire.
Yes.
Drinking-
over a crackling fire.
Drinking some
our
boiled
fucking-
water.
drinking
No,
our
no, no.
power-
We're not bringing that shit. We're drinking boiled water out of our cast iron skillets. You know, got our little chicken running around. Be like, as soon as the 24-hour mark hits, snap.
Yeah. But dude, no. But dude. Our government is falling apart.
It is.
Our
It's
government
crumbling.
is falling apart because it cannot withhold its own power. It's becoming too powerful, and
It
the
is.
people are so absorbed in power, they're going to destroy themselves.
Well, and then the people
what
that
happened in
actually
Rome.
could make a change are so absorbed in bullshit fucking topics and things that are not important
Yeah.
that they don't even realize what's happening right underneath their fucking noses.
What was I just talking about? I just had something before you brought up the survival trip. I had something that I was bringing up. What was it we talked about before that?
In regards to...
Shit. What was it? Because I said, oh my god, it's like this, and you said that's why we're gonna do a survival trip. I forgot what I was talking about. It was a really good point on where I was going. With
You
it.
were talking about like Rome and how it
Oh,
was...
well, no, but yeah. Well,
That was right before it.
Rome collapsed.
Yeah.
Right? It happened in Rome. The government got too big. They conquered too much territory. They did too much. And then their culture started digressing.
Mm-hmm.
They fucking couldn't keep a hold of their culture. And politics is downstream from culture. When you lose touch with your culture, when you allow any sort of ideology, cultural ideology, when you allow any sort of, thought of I can identify as this, I can identify as that, if you don't agree, I'm going to fucking ban you, I'm going to do all this shit. When you allow all of that to run rampant, you lose control of your culture. We need to be able to control our culture. No,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
when you lose control of your culture, it impacts your politics. Because then you can't make rational laws because all the laws end up being about the degeneracy in the culture.
Yeah.
So it's like the don't say gay shit.
but it's very, that's a very controversial, because you can look at like what the Catholic Church was doing way back in the day, where it was like, if you didn't believe, you were a fucking heretic,
yeah,
and
and
we were
guess
going to
what?
kill you.
Guess what? I don't believe in killing people, but it was better. It was better.
Yeah.
Because guess what? At the end of the day,
I mean, they had more freedom.
at the end of the
Absolutely.
day, the Catholic Church and the church in general, this
Kinda.
is moving into Christians being a minority by 2040 or 2070. If you are basing your culture and your cultural ideas on a higher power, and you are genuine about it, saying this is what God wanted,
This is
this
the
is how
structure.
God wants you to live your life.
Yeah.
This is how you should live your life through trying to be as
good person. Yeah,
things like that.
commandments,
10
yeah.
commandments, yeah. That's how you keep a hold of your culture, and that's good.
And that's a
But
structured society.
Yeah, right now, it's people deciding what we can and cannot do. It's people. That's a problem. When you give all your
It's
power
groups
to a
of
person,
people.
Yes,
It's groups of
It's
people.
groups of people. But
Like,
they
look
control
at this
everything.
LGBTQ stuff going on, man.
Dude,
Like,
fuck it. Ban it.
it's no. If you say like he or she, they get offended, and it's like they're gonna fucking sue you because you didn't call them them or they.
Yeah. It's like
It's like, how the
Zer-
fuck am I gonna know that?
Yeah, how am I supposed... Dude, that's why when Jordan Peterson came out and he was like... He refused when they passed that law and said you have to identify somebody based on what they want to be identified as. And he said no. Not because he wants to insult people by not doing it. If somebody comes up to me and says, hey, call me Zer, I'll be like, whatever. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I probably won't talk to the person again, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Maybe for the remainder of the conversation, I'll respect it. Depends on what kind of mood I'm in. But, sorry about the dogs, to the audience. But it's the fact that, like, you're now telling me I can't say certain things. And once you start banning, it's slowly chiseling away at a block of marble, and eventually the fucking marble's gone. And it's just a bunch of pieces on the ground. That's what we've done with the Second Amendment.
Well, and on that thing right there, like the best way I would like to kind of tweak that a little bit is you're chipping away at the foundations of your government, and
Yeah.
eventually there's nothing left, and you just have fucking crumbled society. Not even a society anymore at that point. And I mean that's where we're headed to right now, dude. With World War III coming up, it's right around the fucking corner. All right, that whole shit that happened with Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking China is literally allied with Russia now.
Yeah.
They are allied with Russia now.
Yeah.
It is not fucking possibility they might be.
No,
No,
they're
dude, they
completely
are
allied,
fucking.
yeah.
It
Which
has
means
been
North
announced.
Korea, which means North Korea.
100%.
Because China, North
yeah.
Korea. Yeah.
That right there, if that is not a fucking red flag waving in your face as an American, I don't know what is. I don't know what would be more of a red flag than saying, hey, the two biggest enemies have now allied because they're pissed off at America and they are doing joint military fucking training exercises.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that say?
Oh, dude, it for
No,
us.
layman's terms. Spell it out for these people. Spell it out for the sheeple out here. What does that say?
Well, but here's the problem with
War.
our country. Well, it says war, but here's the problem with
3 letters. Everybody can fucking understand that.
Here's the problem with our country, is that we have this idea, and I think to a certain amount it's realistic, but I think to a certain amount it's not, that we're invincible. We can't lose.
We're not
Dude,
invincible.
this article that I'm going to read from The Hill here in a moment, because now we've switched into that topic, talks about if we're ready for a war in the Pacific with China, because that's what's going to end up happening. We're getting closer and closer now. I don't think this war will be as much about troops on the ground, guns, shit like that. I think it's going to be more technological. I think it's going to be fucking EMPs.
Albert Einstein already told us what this war was going to be. He already prophesized it, bro. He said the next world war after World War III will be fought with sticks and stones. That means everything of what we no, bro, everything of what we have grown to know as our common day society, or common day living, our modern society, will completely crumble. No more hot showers. No more fucking YouTube. No more fucking internet. No more of that shit's gonna happen, bro. We are gonna revert all the way back to the Stone Age, where we're making fucking pitfall traps and fucking wood shelters and shit like that. That's where it's gonna go.
Well, because it's like it's the famous quote, everybody knows it. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create what is it? Easy times.
I don't know.
Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. And it's a fucking cycle. And where are we right now? That's something that Andrew Tate said on the podcast. Dude, I'm literally, look, I very rarely will be like, this dude needs to be listened to.
Yeah. I mean, he makes some valid points.
Dude, I will give two, like, literally, I rarely say it. One of them, I think Jordan Peterson. I think everybody should read 12 Rules for Life. I think everybody should listen to things that Jordan Peterson has to say. That man is fucking...
Brilliant.
Dude, like, in terms of being able to, like, psychoanalyze things and, like, improve people's lives.
Break it down,
like he always
understand
said,
it.
like, one of my favorite Jordan Peterson quotes is, treat yourself like somebody you're responsible for caring for. I love that shit. Every book in the 12 Rules for Life, every chapter is a different rule on how to live. It goes into it. It's great. Actually, if you haven't seen his Bible series, you should check it out. He did.
I haven't.
Yeah, he did all of Genesis.
Really?
Bible series. So he goes through and he just talks about the Bible from a philosophy standpoint. It's very good. They're like fucking 3-hour-long videos, lectures. But Jordan Peterson, I have really started to fucking like Andrew Tate, dude. I have really started to like Andrew Tate. He was talking today, and this is something I've said, but I haven't really said it this way, but I've said it on numerous occasions, that he was like, weak men are the biggest threat to society of anything.
Agreed. Nobody knows how to fight back anymore.
Well, not
man.
only that, no.
The
He means
problem.
like weak men don't know how to who don't know how to control their emotions, who don't know how to stand up and take control of society. There comes a point in time.
That's funny.
There comes a point in time where you can let your emotions out, right? But as a man, let me present you a situation.
Sure.
Let me present you a situation. Someone breaks in your house. It's you and bartender Betty, right? Someone breaks in the house, 3 a.m. You wake up, fucking loud bang, right? Someone kicked the door down.
I sleep closest to the door, specifically on the outside, so I can handle it.
Yeah, right. But bartender Betty might, kind of, oh shit, oh my god, might freak out because you don't know.
Oh, I'm in fight or flight mode.
No, right.
I've gone
now,
for the kill.
If you, as a man, panic, start crying, get into the fetal position.
No, God.
You're not a man.
No, you're a fucking child.
Yes, you're a child. Because
you're a child.
But that's what I mean by, and that's what he mean by, you have to have control of your emotions. I've always said there's only 4 instances where a man should cry. 4 instances where a man should cry, at least in public. If you're alone, you just never let them see you cry. You get it out. You fucking come out. You be a man. You got to be stoic. It has to happen. That's how you.
I honestly feel like having control of your emotions would also mean there are times where you don't have to cry. Like, dude, you know how many fucking people die? My family die.
Yeah.
Dude, I haven't shed a tear for him since
dude,
my grandfather passed. I have not shed a tear.
I have not cried in.
It weighs on my heart.
Yeah.
I feel for it.
Oh,
but
I do
dude,
too,
I
yeah.
do not have
my
the
reaction.
desire
My reaction
to cry.
That reaction. It's so weird because when you're a kid, obviously you cry, right? You're young, you cry. You're a kid, you fucking stub your toe.
Well, I feel like that
I got to a certain age where I just fucking stopped crying. I don't know what happened, but I have witnessed.
It's a psychological shift because crying is a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
You know, once you no longer have to be defensive because you've switched to an offensive mindset.
Yeah.
You don't have to cry anymore.
But crying,
I mean, there are times, like you said, there are times where it's okay. Like if you got man's best friend dog, you grew up with this dog. He's 15 years old, and you got to put him down. That's one time it's acceptable.
No.
Second time,
no.
like you said, birth of your child.
Yeah, no, death, birth of the firstborn, secondborn, you're used to it, no more crying. Daughter's wedding. The man's wedding, you're proud.
Okay.
In fact, you're
I
allowed
don't know
to
if
shed.
I'd cry at my daughter's wedding.
You're allowed to
but
shed
yeah.
a singular tear at your son's wedding, and it's because you're proud. It's because you're proud because he's spreading on the
Shit,
family.
I'm like, we're doing
daughter's
shots.
wedding.
Shots at the bar.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm coming at that thing hot.
Yeah.
But third, fourth, I forgot what I said was my fourth, but there's a good reason. But that's what I mean by having control of your emotions. Andrew Tate's on the podcast. He's like, weak men are the people who shoot up schools. Weak men are the people that steal, that lie, that manipulate, that do all this shit.
Okay, hold on. What about this real quick? For example, like, let's say you're out hiking and whatnot, and you fucking compound fractures, break your leg. Mm-hmm. You gonna cry?
No, because if I'm out hiking and I have no way of getting back, my first
dehydration. I'm not gonna fuck. Yeah.
I'm gonna be. How do I deal with my situation that I'm in right now? How do I deal with my situation?
Retain that shit.
I'm not gonna get into it, but I've had shit happen. Very catastrophic. I'm bleeding all over the place.
Yeah,
right?
I've been there.
Like,
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. Yeah,
I'm bleeding.
I've been there. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna fucking first of all go to my car. Someone's driving me. I don't want to pass out. Blood loss. Someone's getting in my car with me. You're coming. Let's go. Fucking run to the car. In the fucking car, plugging holes in my chest so that I'm not bleeding back, right?
Yeah.
Fucking get out. There's blood all over my car.
That's why you always have a first aid kit in your vehicle.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Fucking throw a gauze patch on, bro, and you're good, man.
Yeah. No,
seriously.
Yeah. Well, this is the one that I needed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
These two probably would have been fine. I probably wouldn't have bled out, but I could have stitched it myself, honestly. But I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, just.
I mean, that was a fucking what they said if it was an inch higher it would have punctured my lung. I probably would have died.
I was like a centimeter away from a chest.
That's like right here too. It's a fucking clean scar because it was just a fucking straight in and out.
Yeah, but anyway, it's about like you need to know as a man. I think one of the most important parts of growth is because crying. A lot of people cry because their emotions become so overwhelming that it's their way of releasing their emotion.
Yep.
It's like, oh, it's just too much. I need to cry. I look at that in a way as weakness.
It is weakness.
It's weakness.
It is.
Because what you should do is if you fucking... Because my famous quote, whenever somebody comes to me and they're stressed out, like, oh my God, I have this, and this. I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, oh my God, my life is like too much. I can't handle it. I go, how do you eat an elephant?
In pieces.
One bite at a time.
Yeah.
So what's the number one thing you could take care of right now? This. Okay.
Baby steps.
Yeah. Do that.
Yeah.
Okay, you got that done. What's next?
Dude, okay, so
focus on the shit. People who feel like their life is out of control, and this is another Jordan Peterson thing. You need to start looking at it the other way. Take control. Of the things.
Grab the reins.
But even if, dude, everything may be out of control, but there are still things in life that you can take control of.
Absolutely.
That you have control over.
Yeah.
So you can make your bed every morning.
Well, and how you handle those situations and how you react to them is 100% within your control.
It's E plus R equals O. That's the equation for life.
Explain
it's
to
the
the
equation
audience.
for life. I don't even need to because it's the equation for life.
What does E stand for?
Event plus response equals outcome.
Oh yeah, done.
Event
Cause
plus
effect.
response equals outcome. So if someone breaks in your house and your response is to get to the fetal position,
you're gonna die.
Your fucking significant other is gonna get killed. You're going to carry the weight of that your entire life. Life is gonna suck. That is your outcome. If you get up and you fucking murder everybody coming in, or at least you die trying,
I don't have to worry about it because the cops say it's less paperwork for them.
Yeah. But that's,
seriously.
Okay, but any.
See, I've had these thoughts and I've gone like, hey, let me ask you a question.
You can take the exact worst thing that's ever happened to you in your life. The worst thing. It's an event. What is your response to that event? That response is going to determine your outcome. Where's your mind state at? Are you resorting to fucking medication to deal with trauma? Like, and I'm not saying people shouldn't do that
If you
because
need
some
it,
people should.
if you need it.
Yeah, some people literally want to fucking.
But a lot of people don't need it, and
no,
they still do
but
it.
But then they
create a
because
a
our
facade
medical
dependency.
industry, which we've gotten into,
Big pharma.
big pharma makes them believe that
horrible.
it's the only way to solve these
And
problems.
it's
in your
not,
mind.
dude.
No.
There are so many, there are so many different ways of solving problems. There's holistic medicine. There's natural remedies. I mean,
I don't
there are
know
some tribes.
what the hell we just drank, but I am on one.
I am too,
I'm,
bro.
while
I
you're
told
doing
you.
that, I'm looking at the price of these.
Yeah, might as well. It's probably like $3.99 a can or some shit like that. I
Yeah,
don't
but where
even
do
know.
they sell it, my guy?
I got it at the farmer's market. You could literally Google Dragon Ball Z energy drinks
That's
and
what I'm
find
googling
it.
right now.
Literally.
Who's calling me? My cousin. I can't answer it.
Anywho, what was I saying? I don't even remember my point.
We were talking about worst thing that could possibly happen: medication. If you're depressed, it's okay to be on for a certain amount of time. Wait, hold on.
And so how individuals
Dude,
are.
I'm doing a podcast. I can't talk, bro. No, I gotta go, dude. I'll call you later, bro. Okay. All right, let me call you after. All right, go ahead.
I think I know what he's talking about.
Dragon Ball Energy. Oh shit, the Piccolo. $9.99 at Walmart.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm going to Walmart. Yeah, dude, he's not wrong. It was an hour ago. He said, "Woo."
What happened?
Washington Post: Amtrak cancels all long-distance trains beginning Thursday
Fuck
as rail
Amtrak.
systems brace for potential strike.
Fuck Amtrak. We should have defunded Amtrak decades ago. We spend more money per ride than Amtrak makes per ride.
know,
Cut it.
dude.
Anyway, get into what you're talking about the.
Wait,
Wait, let me look at some of these, dude. They have
let me see the. I want to see.
fucking something popped up on my phone and I clicked on YouTube.
Just hit the back button. Okay.
No, I did. Here we go.
What are the flavors?
Oh, there's a Piccolo one.
I didn't see the Piccolo one. I only saw the
Warrior Power.
I'll fuck with that one.
I fuck with that one too.
Yeah. I wonder if they got like Gohan,
Oh, I
Boo,
think they only have.
those three.
I think they only have 3. Yeah, it's Power Boost, Spirit Bomb, and War. Oh no, wait a minute.
Oh, you found some more? Or are they the same ones?
I don't know if this one's real because it looks really Japanese, but
Oh, that's real.
yeah,
That's real.
and that's Goten.
Mm-hmm. Super Saiyan.
Lemon lime flavor sparkling soda.
Oh.
There's no way they sell this at Walmart because
Well, the energy drink ones, the English ones, yeah. But
but
those
I
are.
don't think they're gonna sell those at Walmart.
I've never seen them at Walmart.
I've never seen
But
them
I've
at
never looked for them at Walmart either.
I want the Piccolo one and I want it now. It looks like every picture I'm seeing is that those are the main 3, which that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
dude, can
then
you imagine? Like,
just order them. Just order a case. Get 4 of each. A 12-pack or whatever.
I'm about to. It's $16.99
That's cheap. For 12
on
energy drinks?
Amazon. Let's see how many. It's
$16
no,
for
for
12?
a 3-pack.
Oh, for a 3-pack. I was about to say.
That's insane, bro.
Woo.
That's a lot for a fucking 3-pack. Look at this.
But they're Dragon Ball Z. And, dude, not going to lie, man. Those things were pretty fucking good.
Yeah, but
They tasted better than Red Bull.
I'm gonna go through a 3-pack in one day. Wait, 2 incredible energetic flavors. Comes with 2 exclusive Gosu toys and stickers. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, dude, I mean, I don't want to call Walmart and be like, oh, FYE sells it at the mall.
There you go.
That's pretty sick. Oh, they have a Broly one.
Really? Let me see the Broly one.
Wait, no, I don't know if that's Broly. I can't. That's not Broly. No.
Gotta know your characters.
Well, it was like super zoomed out. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty cool. I will definitely be purchasing some of those because, dude, I'm not gonna lie, those were good. It's very hard to find an energy drink that doesn't make me like jittery and shit. Most of them don't. Like, I can drink fucking, like Red Bull and shit all day, but those tasted delicious, bro. That didn't even taste like an energy drink.
Yeah.
That tasted like juice.
Yeah,
like
good.
It tasted like juice.
Bro, I don't usually finish energy drinks that quick.
No, my
Because
God,
you know
it was
you have the
delicious.
ginseng and the taurine and all that shit that just.
Yeah.
I didn't get that
Yeah.
with that.
Anyway, so go on what you were talking about, or should I pause for a second?
No, you're good. I don't even remember where I was at with all that. Really, I don't.
It was about like pharmaceutical company people being weak, but men need to take control of their emotions.
Yeah.
Is basically the premise of what we were saying. Because if you don't
Well,
take it,
and how you respond to things is 100% within your control. How you go about handling it
Yeah.
is 100% in your control. Okay, for example, let's say this right now. Let's say my apartment complex gets completely shut down or it catches on fire or some shit like that, right? 100% out of my control. But I'm not going to fucking cry and panic and worry about that. What I'm going to do is make arrangements, backup plans, you know? I mean, I have a girlfriend, you know, a partner that I am the man of the household. I have to be the provider. I have to be the one for safety, security, shelter. All of that stuff falls on my shoulders because that's how it's been since man's been on the fucking planet.
Yeah.
All right? Women weren't out there fucking stabbing the woolly mammoths.
No.
All right?
No.
Well, the men were fucking gathering berries and knitting sweaters.
But
No.
let me just, can you imagine? And
That's
now
an
the
Andrew Tate
modern
moment.
the modern feminist movement wants you to believe that women are just as capable as men.
No, they are
Of
not.
course.
No, they're not.
No,
They are not. And it is
They're not.
it is scientifically proven.
in different ways.
It is scientifically proven that men and women are two different types
Absolutely.
of the same
Yeah.
species, have
Yeah.
two different ways of thinking,
Yeah.
have two different ways of handling situations. Dude, I saw a fucking bumper sticker the other day, right, that said,
Mm-hmm.
let women have more power. And I fucking said hell no to it.
Yeah.
No, because if we have a fucking woman as a president who has the ability to push that red button and she gets a fucking PMS cycle or her fucking child does something that pisses her off or she had too much fucking Pinot Grigio or Chardonnay and decides, I'm going to push the fucking button.
Yeah, but you know
And
what?
then now fucking nobody's alive.
But you know what? But
Because they
here's
can't,
the counter,
because they
though,
got
because-
spaghetti brains,
but
bro.
but they will be like women. Or they'll be like, men start all the wars. Men are violent by nature. Men are this. But yes, we are violent by nature.
And guess what? War does amazing things for the winners. Winners of wars write history, and we have wrote a lot of fucking history. Okay? Now,
No,
men
you're
have
right.
wrote a lot of fucking history.
Oh, you're right.
Not a single woman wrote the book on how to fucking art of war. Okay? Not a single fucking woman has done that.
Oh, dude, can you imagine?
No,
Here's the deal,
now,
here's the
shout
deal.
out to all the females that are out in our military that are fighting to give us the right
Yes,
to say
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Absolutely mad respect, much love. But you know that 5-star general is going to be a man.
Yeah, well, and it should be. But,
And
and also, here's the thing. I don't believe,
smart man.
I don't believe that women should serve in the military. I don't believe that women should serve in the military.
I don't have
Let
any
me tell you
problem
why.
with that.
No, I do. I do.
Okay, well,
and it's a
it-
two-part reason. Number one,
Everybody can pick up a
number
weapon.
one, and you can, yeah, anybody can pick up a weapon. But what fucking happens, right? Two-part situation. Number one, and we may have gone over this already. I don't remember. What fucking happens if we're in a situation, combat zone? We got to get from one side of the street to the other. I'm laying down cover fire. The chick goes across the street, right? Fucking, I go across the street. She's laying down cover fire, misses every shot because she's a woman. I get fucking shot, okay?
Okay.
And I'm laying on the ground.
Would you want her pulling you or a guy
She
pulling
couldn't.
you?
The
Yeah,
answer is
yeah.
she couldn't.
Now,
Now, unless it's fucking like
Okay.
Whoopi Goldberg size fucking woman.
Serena Williams.
Yeah, so Serena Williams could pick me up.
Bro, she
But-
could literally grab a tennis racket and fucking
Yeah.
one arm.
Yeah.
Literally.
She'd pick me up and like serve me.
Yeah,
But,
and you go
I'm
flying-
not saying women are capable. But here's another
But
thing.
dude, that's a
here's another
specific
thing. And you
breed.
can ask anybody that's in the military, they will tell you this, and anybody who doesn't.
Oh.
Now, I've never served, but I've talked to a lot of people, and I know people who have done this exact fucking thing. And any person who's like, that doesn't happen, is a fucking lying to your face, and they're a weak man because they lie. Here's the thing. Women in the military, it's a cluster. They just fuck.
They do.
just fuck.
They do. And
It's
you know
all
what that is?
fucking-
That's a fucking problem.
And
You
you
want to
know
know why?
what? Yeah.
Because it takes away the testosterone that men have been building up, the ability to make those quick, indecisive actions, the abilities to fucking rage against an enemy and fucking kill your opponent, slaughter
But
the
what
shit out
happens-
of them.
what
It makes them
happens-
weaker.
What happens when you start fucking?
You get emotional attachments.
And then what happens when you're in a combat situation, and instead of you being the one that goes down in the street,
It's her.
the chick,
And now you put your entire fucking
you put
team
your
in
entire
jeopardy.
team in risk because
Yeah.
you've been
Yeah.
fucking slapping your ball sack against her clit while
Yeah.
you're hitting a doggy style.
Yep.
So you run out there and try to pick her up, and then you're fucking Swiss cheese, and the whole situation goes to shit.
Yep.
Because emotions cannot be involved in a fucking combat situation. They cannot be involved in now. I do think, and I'm gonna love when this gets clipped, and I don't really give a shit, frankly. I do think that women are just as capable as men in different things. In fact, I think women are better at men in certain things.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't fucking breastfeed. There have been men that have been able to lactate. but
maternal instinct that women
the
have
maternal instinct,
is
the
stronger.
ability to be a caretaker. Like if you're fucking sick in bed and you're a child,
Mm-hmm.
you don't fucking call your dad. You
No.
call your mom.
Yeah.
Right? You call your grandma. Right? You have a fucking woman take care of you when you're sick. That's not an insult to women. That
That's
just
a
shows how
compliment.
good they are being caretakers.
Yeah.
Right?
That's why a lot of women are in the medical industry because
Yeah.
they're better.
They're so
caretakers.
good at it. Yeah.
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 How many would you? I mean, like, personally, not to get weird or anything, I would much rather have a female nurse than a male nurse. Regardless of the amount of schooling and whatnot. I mean, obviously, I want somebody well educated that's gonna fucking take care of me and shit like that.
Yeah.
But there's a more nurturing aspect behind a male.
Okay, but here's the thing.
female
But here's the
nurse
thing.
as
But here's the
opposed to
thing.
male.
Shit hits the fan. Coming to the hospital with a gunshot wound. I need immediate emergency surgery.
Well, you have a lot of
I want a
EMTs.
fucking male surgeon.
That's a doctor.
Yeah.
That's a doctor. I said nurse.
Now I'm not
I
opposed to a
said
female
nurse.
doctor. I'm not
Nurse
opposed to a
is the
female
one that
doctor.
makes sure you're comfortable. And
Yeah.
that, okay, I'm gonna check your vitals.
Yeah, and you secretly in the back of your head
Like,
you're
oh,
trying
I
to
want
fuck.
you to hop on
Yeah,
me right
but,
now and check
but
that
you
vital.
also know in the back of your head that you look the absolute worst that you could possibly look. Like, dude, I remember when I came in the night I got stabbed, I had to take an ambulance ride because I'm at the first hospital. There's like nothing we can do for you here. Like, we don't know if you need like any of this shit. Put you in the ambulance. Fucking drive to the other hospital. I'm fucking being wheeled into the room, and there's like 14 doctors and nurses in this fucking ER room when I'm getting wheeled in, and I'm like, God damn, like shit, got a
Got a
fucking
whole team.
audience. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing here, guys, and I'm just like on one, like I don't give a fuck. But one of the nurses was hot as shit.
Yeah, you're
And
probably
I-
like,
Oh,
I got a
and
lot of
was-
blood loss
oh,
right now,
and
but if I
then-
didn't.
and then the fucking police officer that came in to question me,
Female officer.
fucking hot, bro. She was fucking hot. I wish I'd gotten her name. But also, I know that I have no chance because I'm
And badge
bleeding out of
number.
every orifice. My hair's all fucked up because I've been stabbed 6 times, and I'm fucking laying there, and she's asking me the story.
But on the psychological aspect of things, you know, it can be beneficial if it is a heightened aggressive situation to put a female officer in there because it's,
Absolutely,
it's going to
absolutely,
calm things down.
absolutely,
And
because-
so there are
yeah.
some aspects that can
You
be
don't
beneficial
want, yeah,
with
no,
a woman
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
that has
There
power.
are things that women are much better at than men, like being a caretaker, raising children, right? Those are things like the duty
But being
of
a military general, not one of them.
It's funny to say this as I have no kids, right? But I've been raised, so I understand how to parent.
Yeah.
I hate when people are like, you don't have kids, you don't know how to parent. I've been a fucking child
Been
and
a
I've
child,
had
yeah.
parents, so
I saw how I was
Yeah,
raised.
I know what I would do
And-
better. I know how to
yeah.
fucking parent because I was a fucking child. Anybody who says if you don't have a kid, you don't know how to parent, that's fucking chicken shit.
Yeah.
Because at what point do you become a parent? At what point does the fucking book on parenting, and I'm not talking about some bullshit chick or dude who writes a book like here's how to parent just because they was fucking chasing the bag, which
Or
is
it's
fine.
like, it's like somebody's talking to you about their kids and
Yeah.
shit, and there's a problem, and
Yeah.
you give them advice, and they're like, "Do you have kids?" And you're like, "No," and then like you don't know what the fuck
Yeah,
you're talking
but it's
about.
like, dude,
but it's
but
fucking
here's
great
the problem,
advice,
because-
and if you
no,
listened,
but those books don't work because guess what? Let's say you read the book on how to have a kid. You're like, okay, my wife's pregnant. I'm gonna read this book. I'll be the best dad I can possibly be. I fucking read every single book on how to be a parent. Then your kid pops up and it has autism. And you're like, well, fuck, I forgot to read the book on that shit. Like, so your child is an individual
you
child.
can never
You can never be
prepare.
prepared. No, ask any mom.
Never.
They'll
Dude,
be like,
it's the
I'm not
same thing
prepared.
for a fight.
Or dad.
It's the same thing for a fight.
Yeah.
You can study, you can practice, but until it actually happens,
Yeah.
you're not prepared.
Yeah, yeah. But what I was saying is about the parenting thing. You look at the family structure, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the family structure like when it comes down to discipline, right?
Dad's the
the
discipliner,
mom,
mom's the
dude.
caretaker.
The kid gets home, mom's home. He starts fucking yapping. I'm not doing my fucking homework. I'm not eating my food. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that.
I'm gonna call dad.
They're gonna argue. Mom's gonna argue, and eventually, you know what? Dad's gonna get home. See what happens. The minute dad walks to that fucking door, if he's a good dad, the minute that fucking dad walks to the door, he doesn't even have to lay a finger on his child. That's why I don't believe in beating your children.
Agreed.
You shouldn't even need to lay a finger on your child to be able to express your authority. I fucking
Agreed.
hate people who are like, well, I think beating your kid's good. No, it's not. You should be able to express your authority without having to be.
No,
you
discipline is different than beating.
You
That
should
is a
not
key
have to be
distinction.
physical towards somebody who is like a third of your size.
No.
You shouldn't have to do it. If
Authority is determined by multiple factors.
Yeah.
You know, how you carry yourself, how you represent yourself, the kind of rules of engagement that you partake in is honestly going to determine and dictate authority. You know, if your son or daughter watches you growing up being a piece of shit, being disrespectful and abusive to the mom and fucking doing drugs and shit like that, they're not gonna take you seriously from a fucking bag of shit because that's what you are.
Yeah,
You
you're
know?
a bag of shit.
Less
and
than.
you shouldn't have. Your presence should be so authoritative.
Commanding.
Yes, commanding.
That's the
that
better
it
word.
shouldn't even matter. Like you should walk in that room and your kid should be like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Like when you hear dad speak, it's attention.
Yeah, it's attention.
Yeah.
Hey. Like when they're fucking
it doesn't even have to
serious.
be an aggressive.
No, but
hey.
you know
It
when
could
shit
be,
goes. You know when
dad
shit
walks
is
in the door.
serious.
Hey, what's going on, Dad? How are you? I'm good. How was your guys' day? It was good. It was good. Yeah, we knocked out our homework already. Can we go play our video games?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And by the way, here's something that people neglect, and this is just from a psychological standpoint, proven to be more effective anyway. I don't need to have a kid to understand this because I've read the fucking books. Leading with reward is better than leading with punishment.
Absolutely.
So when you reward good behavior, it triggers the brain to create good habits better than punishing bad behavior only. So guess what? You come home from work. Hey, I did all my homework and everything. Awesome. Let's go grab some ice cream. I'm gonna fucking whoop your ass in Mortal Kombat afterwards.
Exactly.
The kid's like, yes,
and you're
I'm
like,
spending
let's
time
do
with
it.
Dad.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm gonna beat Dad's combo.
Now, if he doesn't do his homework, you come home and you go, fuck you. You know, blah blah, getting all pissed. Fucking start beating them, send them to their room. It's gonna create. It's like my.
It's a wall.
It's my theory on helicopter parents, right? You need to find a balance in parenting between being establishing your dominance. Like the word ends with me. Like the buck stops with me.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
final.
I'm also your friend. You fucking experiment with certain things. Talk to me about it.
I think that
Tell me
comes
about
at a certain age.
It does.
You cannot be a friend until after they're an adult.
Yes, but the thing is...
But then you'll always be a friend and a
parent.
parent.
But you can't helicopter parent.
No.
Because what ends up happening is they do the shit,
and
then they just don't tell you. They keep secrets from you.
Exactly.
Dude, some of the most...
You have to have an open relationship with your child to where they trust you.
Yeah.
To that where they feel comfortable that they can come to you with the important
and
shit that's weighing on them.
your reaction isn't going to be to get mad.
And your reaction to them is going to be supportive, understanding, and educational.
Have you ever watched that video of the dinner table? Oh my god, dude! It's like the Zach Galifianakis at the dinner table, and he's like,
"Have you seen?"
Oh my god, wait! I'm gonna pull it up. We're
it.
gonna watch it quick. It's not gonna strike us, I don't think. But let's watch this quick. Let me get to YouTube here. Keep talking while I'm looking this up. So, but yeah, I'm searching this right now. Sorry for the pause and the. Do you want me to pause it quick? Okay. Okay, here it is. So this is, they're sitting around the dinner table, right? It's a 2-minute scene.
You can come from wherever you are.
Okay, let me get rid of this ad. I don't know if this is.
See, I'm over here fucking positively encouraging Betty, like last night, right?
Well, here, let me. This is so fucking funny. Hold on. Let me watch this. Okay, here we go. Hold on. All right, let me pause for a sec to pull up the clip, and then we're going. I don't know if this is gonna get us copyright strike, but let's watch.
Probably.
It. I don't care, dude. I really don't care.
No, I don't either, really.
All right, so it's like a 2-minute clip. Let's watch this real quick. This is so funny, dude. Can you see this?
The nicest thing, just got a call from Cam Brady saying that he invited me to something he called a civility brunch.
Oh.
Which I think is just a chance for us to share a meal.
That's
No, don't fast forward it.
Here we go.
We're all so proud of you. I knew one day your dad would realize your true potential.
Boys, put down your utensils. I want to talk to you about something real quick. I wanted to take this time to say that we're going to be under a lot of media scrutiny. So if there's anything that you want to talk about, any kind of secrets,
He's running for
stories or
office in the movie.
now's the time to put it on the table, okay? And if you tell me and your mom, we're not going to be mad.
And he doesn't want blowback from the media when shit comes out. You know what I mean? Hunter
I said
Biden.
the Lord's name in vain at school.
He's trying not to get mad, you know?
I said I wasn't going to get angry, and I'm not angry.
I went to the petting zoo and I let the goat lick my penis.
Oh my god. The fuck?
No, that
Now, honey,
Honey?
Promise you wouldn't get mad, okay? They're being honest.
Okay, hopefully that's it.
I had a beer with the old biker man at the end of the street,
Oh,
and
boy.
he let me touch his old lady's titty.
Pressed.
I go to the mall and hide in the stairwell and take photos of women's skirts. I have a whole book of cooter shots under my bed.
The fuck?
One time I put a firefly in my butthole
Why?
to make my farts glow.
Oh my god.
Watch.
I shaved the dog and glued the hair to my nutsack so I looked like a grown man.
I touched myself to Drew Carey on The Price is Right.
Okay, that's enough.
Dude.
That's
such
funny,
a-
dude.
it's such a
What's that movie called?
I forgot the name of the movie, but I hope that pulled up on the screen, because if it didn't, that's gonna suck.
Well, regardless, that was funny
It's
as fuck.
fucking hilarious,
Yeah.
dude. It's fucking hilarious. So you were saying about...
Oh yeah,
Betty,
so the other night, Betty was complaining about her job and stuff, and how she doesn't like it and all this, and it's stressing around and everything, and this has
Yeah.
been an ongoing thing for a while. And I told her, I said, babe, one, you got to leave that stuff at.
Wait a minute. I just found this in the notebook.
What is it?
This is the most you thing. I think it's Betty's handwriting.
It probably is.
But it's the most you guys thing I've ever seen in my life.
What is it? Dr. Pepper. Oh my God. Yep.
Was that the start of a grocery list?
Yep. Yep.
I literally, because I like to play with the pages, and I saw like a folded up piece.
I was like, what is this? No, that's
Yeah,
totally.
yeah.
totally
So she's
it.
been complaining about her job. Which,
Yeah,
by
yeah,
the way,
yeah.
by the
So-
way, do you notice how much women complain about?
Oh
their
my
jobs?
God.
But do you know why it is? Because in
they-
the back of their head, they don't want to work. They'd be much more happy with a child at home. They'd be much more happy with a child at
So-
home.
Because I'm awesome at what I do, and I'm a great boyfriend. She was talking about this, and I was telling her, you got to leave that stuff at work. When you come home, we only have a couple hours before bed, and I don't want to hear you bitching about your job the last few hours that we have. Obviously I use different words, but, so yesterday while I was at work, she called me and was talking about her work and how it was, like, kind of a pain in the ass and stuff. So I told her, I said, babe, you have talked about getting a new job, doing something different, but you still want to be involved in childcare. What about being a professional nanny? You have this family that is from Palestine, wealthy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
They asked her before if she'd be interested, but she was loyal to the company and was like, thinking that
Yeah.
there was going to be better advancements and stuff, but she's capped out where she can go, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I told her, I said, reach out to this woman, this kid's mom, and follow up on that. See if that's something that they are still wanting and that they're interested in. Obviously you want anywhere from 30 to 40 hours a week, and you want minimum $20 an hour. That's immediately going to give you more money per hour, less hours per week, and you'd only be taking care of 1 or 2 kids as opposed to 14. So more isolated, more individualized, more personable.
Yeah.
Right? So she ends up messenger on Facebook. She was like, yes, in all caps. It's 4:00 in the morning over at Palestine. She's like, yes, we'd love to have you. Absolutely. I get back the week of the 26th. Let's get together. Let's talk details and all this and whatnot. And Betty's over here being like, oh my God, I'm so pumped. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
This is what I want. And I said, yeah. And all it took was just a little push and a little positive encouragement, and just saying, take that step off the cliff. You're not falling off the cliff. You still got a job. You're still making money. You still got income. At this point, when you're hunting, you get to pick of the litter.
Yeah.
So before this happened, she got on a nanny website and was like, this is the family, this is what they're asking for, this is what they're wanting. And I was like, you don't have to accept the first offer.
No, you
You've
should
got
never accept the
plenty,
fir- yeah.
right? And then I said, what about hitting up that family? You got a great relation with them. They got money. They got bank. They've already offered it to you once before. They love you. You took an interest in their culture because they're Arabic. She took an interest in their culture, and it was huge for them. Like, she used to rave about this one family all the time, right? And it was positive, and all the other shit was negative. Now what I'm telling her is, go down that route. You're working 30 to 40 hours a week, less than what you're working now. She's working minimum 50 hours a week, right? All right, she's going to be making $20 an hour. That's her minimum pay rate going. Minimum.
Yeah.
You know, so she's going to be working less, making more, and having less responsibility.
Yeah.
That's how you
Which is
move
huge.
up.
Yeah.
And that's what I have pushed her. She was in the service industry. I pushed her into the kind of career path that she wanted to go in with childcare and development. If I wouldn't have done that, this opportunity would have never presented itself.
But the thing about
to
life
her.
that people don't understand,
And I'm not
is
trying to
that-
take credit for it. All I'm trying to say with this is that when you are supportive and positive, anything can be achievable with the right kind of encouragement and the right kind of support. That's what I did for her. A few words, a few sentences.
Yeah.
And it gave her the energy and the motivation to take that step forward, and now she's got an excellent opportunity right in front of her.
a couple of like that's the thing about careers that people don't understand is like, because I mean, dude, I literally, back when I was doing my Instagram page, very little fucking responsibility. I did a lot of shit. I was doing podcasts like this every night, right? I had like a bunch of different podcasts going. I had, you know, obviously all the advertisers I had to deal with. I had all the shit I had to do. Like, you know, obviously there's a lot going on.
Yeah,
but
there's
a lot of research going into
logistics.
videos, a lot of editing, shit like that. Because I was doing videos every day, fucking everything. So like I was constantly in this fucking room. But, you should look for something in your life. Like, a lot of people live their life the wrong way. They live it backwards, right? They live their life. They work their whole fucking life, so they can
For a paycheck.
so they can get a single point in their life. They turn 65. They can retire, and then they can like do whatever they want. But the thing is, when you're fucking 65, you're old as shit. You're decrepit. You know, you can't travel
can't
like
hike
you
a
could when
mountain.
you were younger. You can't hike a mountain. You can't go to Colorado and fucking drink and smoke like you could when you were younger because your body can't handle it. It's okay when you're young. And this is the problem with our society, is that it forces people into like, you have to go to, you know, high school, then you have to go to college, then after college you immediately have to get a job. I don't care if you don't fucking like the job. You have to pay your bills. You have to fucking do this. You have to do that. It's fucking immediate shit. There's a no time period, and this is why so many people are fucking depressed, or one of the reasons. There's a no time period in a fucking person's life in their 20s where they can just sit back, maybe fucking party a little bit, let loose a little bit, actually enjoy their life, and then realize later down the road, okay, here's what I want to do. I took some time. I didn't fucking do my shit. Oh, me too.
I did it.
Yeah.
I did that.
Oh, I'm telling you, man, like,
Bro, I
when I
was-
was doing my Instagram shit, I would fucking hop on a flight to, like, fucking LA.
Bro, I've been on my own since I was 17, and I don't have money troubles. Never have. There was one point in my time where I had money troubles, but that was because I had two roommates who were not paying their bills and lost their jobs. So I was paying for two other mouths to feed, and I'm like, yo, I'm not a father. And if I'm paying everybody's way, you listen to what I fucking say and you do what I say because you're underneath my fucking roof now. I don't give a damn if your name's on the lease or not. You're not paying your way. I'm paying your way.
Yeah.
I can get your ass fucking removed off of it. You know?
Yeah.
That was the only time where I was even stressed out, and it was like a 2-week period where I was stressed about money and shit, right? Dude, I've always lived comfortably. I've always taken time to do what I want. I have gone to Colorado, Garden of the Gods, Pikes Peak. You know, COVID was a fucking blessing, dude. Oh my
but
god, it
COVID
was a
for me-
vacation,
COVID
dude.
for me was one of the great, because my job, I was still doing
And I
Instagram.
wasn't on unemployment. I had just financially saved to the point where I can go a month without working and not worry about it. I'm hanging out with my friends. We're drinking, we're smoking, we're going to fucking different places and shit and having fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I was still doing
So-
my Instagram shit. So when everyone was unemployed, they'd hit me up, be like, "Hey, you want to go frisbee golfing today?" Like, yeah, sure, I'll be there in a second. Halfway through the fucking golf thing, I'd be like, "Oh shit, sorry, I gotta post an ad real quick." Cha-ching, fucking $300 in my pocket.
Easy.
Fucking put the phone back, play the shit. You know, afterward, I used to do these fire pits every night. A bunch of people come over, we're getting fucked up.
Well, and a lot of people don't know how to live within their means. I live comfortably within my means.
Yeah.
I'm able to do everything I want. You know, there's a couple things that I want to do, but
that require more money, like, yeah.
yeah, but that's a couple years out. You know, that's buying a house. That's the kind of shit that I'm talking
Well,
about.
yeah, you're talking about
I'm
like
two-
hundreds
two,
of
three
thousands of
years
dollars
out.
in
Yeah,
investments.
I'm 2-3 years out from being able to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you got to think
So-
about like, but
I mean, I could do it right
But the
now,
thing
but I'm not
also-
going to
the thing
financially set
also-
myself up right.
Yeah. The thing also about money is that you shouldn't saving
It's
money
not
is
the end all be all.
But saving money is also not a smart thing to do.
No,
Because
it's
you
not.
can't rely on inflation. You can't rely. Investments are fucking huge. Silver, investing silver, gold, having physical shit that's worth something. Because silver
Tangible items.
Silver has stayed stagnant through like since the 100 years
Depression.
almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have physical silver. I have a lot of money in my investment account that I don't fucking touch, and I know it's there. I keep almost nothing in my bank account. I don't touch my investments.
I have play money. That's what I like.
Oh, I don't. Dude, my play money is waiting for when I fucking buy a house.
Well, see,
when I
my
get a
play
family
money
and
is
shit.
always available because I always have it coming in, dude. That's the thing that most people don't understand. Like, your expenses should be a third of your income. And if they're not, you're living outside of your means. I live in South Overland Park, Johnson County, and my expenses are a third of my income. So I have a third to save and a third to play and a third to pay. That's it. Save,
Yeah.
pay, play. I got it all, bro. I got it all. I mean, it's that simple. And see, for men, being more financially
I'm
responsible
gonna make
and
that the
physical.
title of the episode: Save, Pay, Play.
Fuck yeah, why not, right? But I'm great at budgeting. I can do it all up in here, all the math up in my noodle. But Betty, on the other hand, has to write it all out and have it all in front of her. It's a different way of thinking. It's a different mindset.
What's your biggest expenditure?
My biggest expenditure is rent, which will
No,
eventually.
I'm talking about like your
Like per
biggest
month?
fun expenditure.
Oh, my biggest fund expenditure. Well, that's a very difficult thing to say right now. It'd probably be
Yeah.
DNA.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, but even with that has dwindled so much than my early 20s, my late teens, early 20s. Dude, it was hundreds of dollars a night I was spending, and I was still living comfortably.
See,
still all my
what's so
bills
funny
paid.
is I didn't start drinking until
I was
I didn't
21.
Yeah,
when
I didn't
started
start drinking till like
I don't like drinking. You know this about me. It's not my go-to thing.
I didn't
you know?
start drinking
I don't
until,
like
like,
pills. I
2020.
don't like alcohol. I
No.
mean, I'm a naturalist. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
You know. So
yeah, those are the drugs you like.
yeah, you know, so with with that being said, you know, that in itself is becoming less and less as well. Pool and fitness centers closing for maintenance again. Jesus Christ, what do I even pay for with this fitness center? Anywho, that's why I'm getting out of apartment living, is because the amount of money I'm paying in rent is literally me throwing money in the garbage. I'm not building any equity. I'm not building any value. Everything else of mine is completely paid for, paid off. I own it completely. I'm in no debt.
Yeah.
Rent needs to be a mortgage payment that I'm building equity and property value with. That's where I'm going to be in the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
You know, so for an individual who's in my age range,
Yeah.
that is ideal.
Oh, you're in a great position.
Well, and I've been on my own since I've been 17. You know, I've got friends of mine who are in my age range who are in the same position as me, but the only difference is they have constantly stayed at home and live at home with their parents. That is how they're able to stay in the position that I'm in.
Yeah.
You know, and that comes from determination. That comes from the warrior spirit. You know, you want something in life? This is the Andrew Tate kind of mindset. Go out and fucking get it.
Yeah.
Don't let it come to you. Don't wait for it to come to you, because it won't. You want
Yeah.
it? Go take it. Be a man and dominate.
Yeah.
You walk this earth. You dominate this earth. You pave the path in front of you. You don't wait for a path to pave itself and then walk down it, because you'll fucking be waiting your entire life.
Yeah.
You know? And the most important thing that I can say to people is you got to play the game to win the game, right?
Yeah.
You got to go out. You got to get the job. You got to get the money in order to do the things that you want to do. But here's the thing. Don't work a job that you are unhappy at, that is literally sucking your soul away from you. Work a job that you're passionate about, that goes into your career field, into something that you could see yourself doing every single day and be happy doing it. Then it's not a job,
Yeah.
you know? And for me...
Well, a job is a job. Like, I don't know. The idea, like, this is a topic like we could spend fucking hours
on,
yeah, like,
absolutely.
Because it's the idea of what the fucking is a job. Like, and I'd like to say
a
this
means
for
of
other-
income, but I mean, like,
Well,
at
but-
the
but-
same time, I can... Back in the day, it was hunting and gathering and bartering. That's
Yeah.
that's what your job was. Go out, hunt. Have your woman craft some amazing necklaces and furs. Take them down to the market. Trade that for
But
different
that's
resources.
but going full circle, that's coming when everything fucking collapses.
Which I'm so ready for.
I'm so excited.
I want it to happen in
I want
my
everything
life.
to burn to the goddamn ground.
And it's going to, dude. I literally, when I was 7 years old, dude, I had this ominous feeling hit me, and it's stayed with me every single day since then, dude. I even told my mom about this when I was 7. And, dude, everybody that has ever met my mom has asked her if this is true, and she said 100%.
Yeah.
Tony told me when he was 7 years old that there was a big event that was going to happen in his lifetime. And ever since then, dude, I've taken it into the mindset
Was it
of...
9/11?
No, 9/11's not big.
Actually-
I'm talking about fucking scorched earth, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Big shit, bro. Where I had to know, I need to know how to defend myself. I need to know how to protect myself. You know?
Dude,
I need to
I've
know how to
always-
survive,
the
hunt, gather,
Dude.
resource. The ability to adapt to environments and situations. Why do you think a lot of my friends are military, dude? Is because they have all the skills and resources, and I can literally pick and choose what works best for me and build my own set of skills.
One of the things that's always been with me in my whole life has been like a certain anxiety about like not being prepared for every situation.
You won't. You
Like-
won't.
like-
Be,
like
that's
people-
you have to get over that. You have to accept, no matter how much preparation,
Yeah,
no matter
yeah,
how much
yeah.
studying, no matter how
Dude,
much
it's always gonna hit you out of
building you
nowhere.
can
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
When it happens, you will not be prepared. You have to adapt and then
Improvise,
become.
adapt, overcome. Yeah.
That's Marines right there, baby.
Yeah.
Marines.
Yeah.
You know, I know their mottos.
Yeah.
You know, so with that kind of mindset, dude, you can overcome any situation that is thrown in front of you if you learn to adapt, improvise, and overcome.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do, and it's the man's job to make sure that happens.
Oh, it's absolutely the man's job. I'm not,
100%.
dude. The day that
And
I
if you
leave-
can't do that as a man, you're a child.
and you're
a
also
boy.
and you're also not a real man if you put that responsibility on your woman.
Oh my
I
God.
don't care how big of a feminist you
Like
are.
my
when-
brother, I do not consider him a man. He is 2 years older than me, and his girlfriend pays the way for him and everything. He hasn't worked in fucking years, hasn't paid taxes in almost a decade, and his girlfriend pays his way for everything. He'll do like DoorDash to make some extra spending money for like cigarettes and pods and
Yeah,
liquor
yeah.
and stuff. Well, he can't do that now, but you know, so take that into consideration.
can't drink
I
now?
couldn't. Well, he's on color code.
Oh.
I don't even know how that's going. It's been a while, so I don't even know if that's still a thing. Mom hooked him up with our family lawyer to get that situation taken care of. And guess who paid for it?
The girl.
The girl.
Oh Christ.
Yeah, because Mom said she wasn't going to do it anymore because she did it 4 times already prior to.
Dude.
To me, you're not a man. I couldn't call myself a man. I could not live with myself and be proud to walk this earth if I was in that situation. I would literally never leave the fucking house because I wouldn't want
You'd be ashamed.
the shame. Thank you. The
Yeah.
shame.
But like
because
I was saying,
would be
if you,
projecting that.
But if you but dude,
conscious.
here's the thing. I care about women more than the feminists care about women.
I love
I
women.
care about women more than I
Absolutely.
fucking
Dude,
cherish
if I
women.
see a
Women-
man put hands on a woman and I don't even fucking know where I'm at, I'm gonna stop what I'm doing and I'm gonna say, "You let her go, or your problem's with me now." And I've done
But
that
also
before down
that-
in Westport, bro. And guess what?
That being said, guess what? What do you tell a woman with two black eyes?
What do you mean?
What do you tell a woman with 2 black eyes?
Is this a joke?
Yeah. Obviously, it's a joke. This is just a joke.
Oh,
'cause it's
I
funny.
don't know.
Nothing you haven't already told her twice.
Okay, that's like this. This is abuse.
Yeah.
This is discipline. Get it right. You like that one, don't you?
Yeah, that's a good one. But for real,
Hold on.
like,
Yellow.
put it on speaker and tell her you're on the podcast.
Hey, so we got.
You're doing a podcast.
Yeah,
you're on it right now.
Bartender Betty is on it. Everybody say hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
You on your way home?
I am.
You want to go up to Brewtop?
I do, and I'm losing my voice.
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
Have you been yelling and screaming all day?
Maybe a little bit.
Oh, that's why. Okay, well, go home, get some tea, some hot tea, some throat coat, and then
I'm good. Let's go get fucked up.
let's go get fucked up.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, you go home, change, and we'll meet you up there. What's your ETA time-wise? What, you think, like, meet up there at, like, 6?
Sure.
We'll probably get there a bit earlier
Yeah, like
because I'm gonna stop at like
5:30,
we'll probably
5:45?
wrap this out up in about
I can do that.
Yeah, let's do that. 5:30, 5:45.
Okay.
All right, see you, babe.
perfect.
Bye.
Bye. But yeah, as
Dude,
we were
there-
saying,
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I care about women more than the feminists do, and the reason is because they sit here and they say, like, this is getting back to what we were talking about before, then we'll end it. But fucking women can do anything a man can do. Women can do. That's not true.
No, they
and
can't.
there are certain things that I will not let my fucking my chick do, and that is
Absolutely.
not out of disrespect for me underestimating her capabilities. I'm sure she'd be able to do it, but it's the respect of me to be like, no, I'm gonna fucking do this. If we're out in the woods and a rabid dog comes over, I'm not gonna push my fucking chick in the way and be like, you're just as capable as me, take that motherfucker down. No, I'm picking up a fucking stick, I'm pushing her behind me, and I'm fighting the fucking rabid dog.
I'm chasing
Yes.
the rabid dog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna charge the rabid dog. So one,
gets her out of the way,
I am your number one target now.
Yeah.
Like you don't even see her anymore because
Yeah.
I'm your fucking
Yeah,
threat.
you say run, fucking go after it,
Yeah.
beat me,
Yeah.
But you should always have a fucking spot, by the way.
You should always. And now I will say this, dude. There are some women, like mine, for example, that perfectly compliment me and my strengths,
yeah.
and I wouldn't want it any
And
other
you
way.
compliment hers as well.
Absolutely,
but
dude.
that's the thing that people don't understand is that there are certain things that I'm sure she would do for you
100%.
that she wouldn't let you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like obviously fucking. Well, I'm not gonna get into your private shit. I don't even know what I was gonna say, but I was gonna ask you, but I don't want to get into private shit
Like,
about your life. Yeah.
well,
Well, like what? So okay, what's an example of something that Betty would do that she wouldn't let you take care of? That she's like, I'm doing this. Don't worry about it.
Okay, prime example. Let's say I'm working late at work and she got off early. I'm gonna come home and she's gonna be cooking dinner and she's gonna say, "No, you change, you relax. You've been at work all day." You know.
Yeah.
At the same time, there are times where I get off of work early before she does, and I do that for her. So that's a uni thing that goes
Yeah,
both
no,
ways.
no, I'm talking
you
about
know?
like, but it's like, anyway, you get
Like-
where I'm going. Like, I believe that men and women have strengths and weaknesses, each of them. And I think that men are better at certain things, mainly physical things. I think men are much better at handling their emotions.
Oh, I
absolutely
already,
better at handling their emotions.
To answer your question, like for example, we have kids. Baby cries. She's gonna be the one to get up and handle it.
Yeah.
And because 1, she's good at it. 2, that's what she wants to do. 3, she's got that instinct.
Yeah.
So, hey, no, he's got to be up in a couple hours. I'm gonna let him sleep. I'll handle this.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm not gonna bullshit. I would not be good in that situation. Baby crying in the middle of the night. I wouldn't be able to do it as well as like a.
I think I would be at first, but my patience
would wear thin.
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
thin.
Well, and you know what? That's an evolutionary thing. Men having short attention spans is an evolutionary thing because we have to focus on multiple different things at once. I mean, if you go back to primitive times, we were hunters, we were gatherers, we had to make sure everything was in order.
But not only just keeping an eye out for food, and hunting, you also have to keep eyes out for your mother of your children.
Yeah.
Your offspring that's going to keep your genetic line going.
Yeah.
So you have all of that stuff going on in every moment of every single step of your day.
Yeah.
So everything they did back then revolved around survival of the species. It's not just I need to take care of myself.
Yeah.
When at one point when you're a single man in a tribe situation, if you go down, tribe's going down.
Yeah.
If the tribe goes down, you're going down. So it was that kind of mindset. Nowadays, bro, we are so individualized that's where that breakdown happens, where women think they can do everything a man can because society has become so
that's what
individualized.
that's what feminism is saying.
And that's the problem.
But the fact that it is individualized, here's the thing, dude. I think an individualized society is better than a collective society. I don't want to rely on the collective to make my life better, to do things for me, to be
Correct.
reliant on
I'm
them.
self-sufficient, and I would prefer
because
to
guess what?
do my
because
own
guess
thing.
what? The only person at the end of the day that gives a fuck about you
Is
you
me.
could be
Is
dude,
me.
You could be married. You could be like whatever. But at the end of the day, you're the only person that cares about you. And the only way that you're going to be a good person and put good into the world and be able to handle other people's problems as well is if you take care of your own shit
First.
and you're responsible
Yes.
for yourself.
Not
That's the
only
way.
yourself,
if you're
but
not
you gotta put
responsible,
you first.
if you're not responsible for yourself, you're not putting a good version of you into the world.
Absolutely.
And that is causing global problems.
Yes.
Because people don't fucking reflect and take care of their own issues.
You got those tree huggers that are like, oh, I don't need to take care of myself and shower and wear deodorant. We need to save the trees.
Yeah.
It's like, well, here's the thing. If you don't take care of yourself, who's going to take care of those fucking trees?
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's that fucking
Dude,
simple.
Dude, what is climate?
Climate is everything. Climate is
All right,
weather.
here,
Climate is all
wrap
this.
it.
I wanted to wrap it on this Russia, China, North Korea shit.
Well, no. Let's save that for next episode.
You wanna do that next
It's already
time?
5:20,
Okay.
so we gotta get over to brew time.
All right, so let's
And
wrap it up.
I still gotta stop. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode of the. I think this is a fucking good one.
Yeah, with some
I think
energy
this is a
drinks.
really good- Oh, dude. I think from now on, Red Bull, Monster, or something like that before we start.
I'm gonna get burnt out if we do Red Bull all the time, but changing it up with some shit like that, I'm
Well,
totally down
I
for.
don't know, like.
I can find some of that shit,
Yeah,
bro.
if you
It's
can
not
find it,
hard.
we can go in on like.
It's an
I'm not
excuse.
paying $16 for 3 of them though. That's
No.
ridiculous. 'Cause that's
I think I
$8.
paid like $4.99 a pop for them at the fucking farmer's market, dude. Off at the game store and shit, you know?
Yeah, we just got to go to the FYE down at the mall, which it's a pain to get down to. But
Yeah, it's
anyway,
not too bad, but-
thank you guys so much for tuning into this
Peace.
week's episode of the show. See
Hey,
you later.
to all the viewers, we are going to do this
Survival
wood camping trip.
Yeah, and
regardless.
go to patreon.com/TSFTpod. Subscribe to the Patreon, exclusive benefits. And actually, I will say this.
Now, wait,
Here's
do you
what
want to
we'll
do
say.
this sooner rather than later, so it's not in the middle of
survival
winter?
trip? So
Or do you wanna
the
wait?
question about the survival trip is, should we do it? I mean, I'm off next weekend.
I'm thinking in October. I can
That
take
could be
some time
perfect.
off.
But and that's the thing, because everything's going to be drier.
It's going to be
and-
fall, so you're
yeah,
going to get a little
and,
heat,
you
little
know,
cold,
well, and
more exposure.
Because last time I did it was in February.
Last time I did it was in the dead of summer, and it was a fucking
Dude,
bitch.
I should show you the survival trip videos that I've already made.
I would love.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We
Let's
made
do
some
it.
pretty bad
We're gonna make
shelters.
some new ones, and we're gonna get some GoPros for this.
Yeah, well, we got to get GoPros. I'm going to bring this out on a tripod. I have...
Perfect.
This
We're gonna
one's
make our
got-
own episode of Alone, bro.
Oh, it'll be fucking easy, except
Yeah.
we'll conquer the entire thing. Because we're fucking
Well, and it's
lions. We're lions.
I mean, if it's two of us, dude, it's gonna be so fucking simple. The only thing that would be hard is actually feeding. I mean, which
Well, we're going to bring... Here's the thing. I was thinking about it.
one food
I'm
item?
not going to bring the chicken. Here's what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to do, and this is one situation in which I will adapt the rules, okay? I'm bringing stuff for breakfast. MREs. That's it. Because if I was actually to be in a survival situation, in my bug out bag, I have MREs. I have enough MREs to last me, because breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
I have enough MREs and purified water packaged.
Yeah.
That's like it lasts for 5 years.
So, like,
to
yeah.
feed 6 people.
Right, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's like like if it were to happen to me in a real life situation, I would have the MREs. Now, the reason I want to do that is because, and this is the main reason why I'm adapting this, is because we're recording this whole thing. We have to have a certain amount of energy to be able
do
to
it.
record and be able to fucking.
Well,
because
so-
we're not
so
only
here's
we're
the thing.
doing we're doing a couple of pointless tasks.
If you go 3 days without food,
yeah,
you're gonna be fine energy-wise.
yeah,
Until after that 3rd day. We're not going more than 3 days. So even if we don't have anything to eat, we're still going to have that
No, we're
energy
gonna
because
have
your
mince.
body's going to be
Well, I'm
feeding
bringing out
itself.
wintergreen mints as well.
I'm going to
because-
bring a bag of beef jerky and that's it.
I'm bringing wintergreen
That's
mints
it.
and a couple MREs because in the morning to prepare myself for. But we're gonna do things like building a raft. We don't need to do that, but it's good for the video. But that's wasting pointless energy that we could be using on food, water, building shelter, resources. So it's like I want to
Well,
make
a
up
raft
for the.
is easy to build, bro.
But
I
I
mean,
want-
we could build a dope-ass shelter and a raft and still have plenty of
Oh,
energy.
we will.
Bro, I'm talking
We
like
will. So
we'll
how
make
about this?
gill nets,
How about
we'll do
this? How
trot
about this?
lines.
Let's go not this weekend.
Let's do it in
But
October.
Not this weekend, but next weekend. Let's go to the place that I'm talking about.
And
where-
scope.
I'm not going to tell anybody where it is.
Yes, let's
because
scope.
Yeah, check it out.
Yes. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna bring the camera with us and be like, all right, guys, this is the potential areas that we're thinking about, you know, and just have that as our pilot to
Yeah.
our episode.
Yes.
I love
Yep.
it.
Yep. All right, guys. See you next week.
Peace.
Bye bye.
It's confirmed.